We need to check that, no?
Yeah.
Do you hear the mixer? That sounds some music.
It's, I don't hear anything from my computer. Do you have something on YouTube? Can you check on YouTube?
It just closed it. Check it out. Yeah. But it's gonna take a while I will explain some of this stuff later. We're just testing the sound on the stream. It's always difficult. I hear you now. We get a lag, you know. Yes, exactly. Do you say that it's good output or you need more?
Me? No, it's good.
And do you get the microphone? We are, yes.
Good.
So I guess I start and we do this. I have some nice feedback here. Every now and then, and if it's too loud or too soft.
Yeah, sure.
Hello. Warm. Sponsor. All right. Get my voice also? Hello? 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 Okay. Yeah. Super loud or?
Yeah.
Too loud?
Yeah.
Good or too loud?
Yeah.
Is it okay or too loud?
I select, so
Okay.
Good.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's stop this. Apparently we're good, so let's stop this music and go back. Close this. Okay, actually, let's have this thing here and this one. This one. Let's move this out of here. And this one too. Okay, have all these parts together. Okay, welcome. Thank you guys for coming. This is, I guess, the fourth edition of our meetups. We're Rotterdam Live Coders Collective. We're normally a bit more people, holiday season, so Noemi and Nikki are not here to join us today. We have Bas, Rick, and me and Wouter. We're kind of a part of this collective, and we're here to show you some stuff today. Wouter's going to show some crazy esoteric patching that I will let him talk about, and I will show a little bit of the stuff I'm working on currently. That's a little bit of tidal cycles. It's an environment for music and sound creation using code, and then High Five Live, that is in theory open here somewhere, not here. Where are you? Not here. Why do I have so many tabs open? Oh my god. Here we go. This is the one. And this is P5 Live. This is High Five Live. So I'm going to show something that I'm doing with video overlaying on the 3D or texturing 3D shapes with video. Anyway, so let's get started with some. Okay, videos are not playing. That's not good news. There we go. Let's start with a small introduction. This is a pad with kind of links from my project. This is kind of upcoming performances and some of the scripts. Every now and then I try to upload to GitHub. So you can also, if you are interested after today in exploring, particularly Hydra, I have maybe a couple of years of scripts that I uploaded here that you can check. And I think Instagram is kind of updated regularly. And in the YouTube channel, there's a stream. There's a stream today going out supposedly. We keep this path from Creative Coding Utrecht that supports us together with Netherlands Coding Live. Links are also here. If you want to explore, there are other collectives in the Netherlands, and Netherlands Coding Live is kind of the collective of live coders all throughout the country. So we also try to have regular meetups. Till later. There's a flock. We wanted to set it up for today, but maybe for next time. This is a cool environment for. This created by Damian Silvani, a live coder from Buenos Aires, and he made this cool environment for collective coding. So I can also leave this open, and if you enter this link, maybe I can also put it on the pad. This one. So this is we try to keep one of these pads for every session, and all of them, of course, have like some standard information, like links to different environments and tools that we use. I leave this one here. If you access this pad.creativecodingutrecht.nl RLCC, Rotterdam Black Coders Collective, RLCC 04, that's the one for this session. And so if you go to Flock, to this link, with a weird name, Hydra is already running here, so I could enter a function. So this is, I think, the easiest access point for those of you who are interested in live coding and see the possibilities of this kind of environments. This was created by Olivia Jack. She's at the moment in Berlin. She's from San Francisco, and I see Bas is already in here. This is kind of a modular synthesizer, but for pixel manipulation. So you can see we have an oscillator here going to an output, and now Bas is going to blend something to it, expanding a shape. And in the meantime, I can also do different things here. So for example, I can create an array here with like two different values. Let's say a small value and a bigger value. It should work now. We destroyed it. What happens? No arrays today? It was 10. It's crashed. Okay, if we reload. Now it's, yes, I see it, sorry. Now, okay, now it's alive. And can we do the array now? 10, 4, and now it's working. And now let's enable, yeah, this is what, you're on the phone?
Yes. Okay, you take over.
No, you go ahead. I just exit the screen and I let you work with it, and whoever wants to connect, please join us in this exercise. What else I want to talk about for today? P5.js. I'm going to show a variant of P5.js that's called High5. All this stuff was created by Ted Davis. He's based out from US, I think, based in Switzerland at the moment. It's really cool environments that combine actually different live coding environments. It's like a Swiss Army knife of live coding in a way. So now I have here, this is something I'm working on. I'm going to show you the actual environment that I'm kind of designing for hopefully an event in September. This is a bit of a glitch of the environment, these bars, but okay, it will be fixed at some point. But for now, this was the best kind of flow for me. So you see, he designed this menu that you can show and hide, and it's actually quite handy because you can like make a new sketch, or this is even more complete in P5. But you can check reference. You can download all your export or download all your sketches. Quite handy. And the really amazing thing from both P5 Live and P5 Live is that you can combine different environments. So, for example, I have Hydra here running, so I can enable Hydra functions and modify the shapes that I'm generating here in using P5, and as you see, I can texture this. I can texture these shapes. If I hide this, and I should be able to control. Yes, I can see. You can see it now. So I can control these shapes, and also I think scale this. Maybe because the menu is on. Okay, let's open the menu again. Okay, there's some error. What's going on? Okay, let's go back to the previous one. This one. Just loose. Here we go. Okay, so now I have the videos here, and I can change sizes of these shapes. Why is this not working? Okay, it's working now. So yeah, basically I changing this multiplier. I think if I got it, then I can also play around with the sizes of these shapes, and the idea here was to use this texture as an environment, so kind of make a kind of a diffuse environment. Oh, normally this works better than this. Let's go back. Okay. Yeah. So, and maybe just to show a little bit what's happening here, it could be good to maybe remove some of the shapes, and then you can see what else is happening. But I don't want to take super long with this. I have some videos on my channel where you can actually see the process, how I create these materials, and I try to keep this. Here's the sphere. So let's remove this one. And let's remove this box. Here we go. And this one more sphere. Okay, there we go. So now we're seeing nothing because there are no shapes receiving my textures, and so this is now going to Hydra, but Hydra is not doing anything because there's no input. So I'm going to enable maybe the box. It's maybe the easiest to see what's happening. Hide this. And now you can see that the video is being mirrored on all the faces of the box. If I remove this, there's a modulation here, like a Voronoi modulating. That's also kind of helping with the sense of confusion. Now it's, I think, easier to see what's happening. And what I want to do actually is let me save this first. So I can. This is a nice thing. You can also update. And for example, I made some changes now, and I want to keep these changes, so I can save it here. So I'm going to call it a different date of today maybe, like so, call this 1B. So now I can go to other examples where I tried different things. And the thing I want to show you is this box. This one is working. So what I want to do, you notice that the videos are not seamlessly mirrored, so I want to actually have more of a seamless mirroring. So in this sketch I did basically a very basic source in Hydra, an oscillator similar to what we were doing with Bass. And now I'm creating the box myself with 4 different planes. And then those planes I can control how the image is positioned from left to right or up down. So, okay, I'm going to cut it short because I want to show you also some title cycles, and we also want to have some time for Wouter and hopefully a bit small jam in the end. So, okay, let's make a new sketch here so this doesn't take any more of my processing power. And this is this is a not the first environment I used, but the one I used most, I guess. Title Cycles is created by Alex McLean, and I think if you go to the pad, this should be here somewhere. Title Cycles, is it not? Oh my god. Okay, we'll make sure that it is here by the end of the day. I think it was on this. It's on this one. Here it is. So let's copy this immediately. There we go. Title Cycles works a little bit differently than what we were showing with Bass here in Hydra, where you have kind of this works more like a modular synthesizer that where functions are have sort of inputs and outputs and a starting point and an end point, and these functions sort of affect the signal flow from beginning to end. Title Cycles, in a way, it also works that way, but I'll try to show that it has a bit more of a multi-dimensional way of kind of a workflow or approach. So I have two examples here just to show what happens when you call, for example, in this case, 2 samples. I'm asking these 2 samples to play 8 times one of these samples, 4 times the other sample. Can I push this a bit more? Can you push it a bit, Bas? The volume, the master, just a bit. And then I'm going to play in this. So this I'm going to this is like a client that's sending packages to Super Collider that's receiving these packets here and sending it to Super Dirt, etc. And then that's how we're producing sound. This other this is Dirt Channel 1, and then Dirt Channel 2 I'm going to send a different script that does the same. So you hear they're playing at the same time. This is changing the note. The other one is really good. Okay, if I remove this, now they're both playing the same. But if I would like to have only, stop this, if I would like to have only one of the instruments, in this case it would be rather more complicated. So you could create easily an array where the same sounds are playing, but these items are separate. So you could have just one sound, or just the other sound. And then there's a wealth of things, of wealth of ways in which you can process this signal. So first of all, you can, by changing the index number, so this is addressing a folder in my disk. By changing the index number, what index I'm reading, I'm also changing the node. So in this case, you can hear the bass is the bass is synthesizer, the tabla is a sample, the bass is changing nodes, the tabla is changing the index, so it's playing another file. Also change the speed. And interesting things happen when you can play also with the duration of the sounds, with the ADSR, with the the envelope. So you can make these samples now short. I can also play here with basic compression using shape. So now we're going to hit this a little bit louder. If I push it, it's going to distort. So a little bit of distortion helps. I'm going to remove this. And now I can change also dynamically how long this sound is playing. Show it a little bit more. This is a bit more complex, and I'm using here in the next example. It's the same sounds, play the same amount of time, but I show you some other functions that are effects. For example, like you can have like a reverb effect in this case. Some loop functions that actually will stretch the samples or the trigger of the notes to adapt. And also, that's what I want, actually something I don't want to make a point, I can also fade this in. So before we were just triggering things. Maybe let's remove this for this example. So I can say here D2 instead of fade. And now every time I change something, for example, sustain, let's change this to, let's make it short, and then you can hear the change. Yeah, so now we have a short sound, and then if I make this long, say that's immediately, but I can also crossfade, and this doesn't crossfade sounds, but actually crossfades the whole algorithmic way that we're processing these signals. So that's a short fade, but we can also, of course, have a longer fade. So let's have the longer decay again. You hear that it's growing. Now it will take 4 cycles or so to play more sparsely because I'm changing the way this is looping. Okay, 2 or 3 more examples of this. Super Dirt, that's the kind of engine that Super Collider is using to create sounds. It comes with, I'm using this bass synthesizer, but it comes with its own synths. And of course, in Super Collider, you can also program your own synths. This is typical of my performance, a lot of late messages because I do weird things. But I want to show some examples of, these are sort of the default synthesizers that you can use with Super Dirt. Functions to change octaves. You have filters. And okay, this is a bit more complex, where you can combine effects functions like delay or reverb, like I showed earlier. But also you can have you can use iteration to say how often does something happen. For example, here every 3 cycles we're going to change a delay parameter. And another interesting thing here is that we are sending, what I'm doing here now is, instead of using a synthesizer inside of Dirt, I'm actually sending this to Reaper, and I have some VST synthesizers here. So maybe if I actually make this a little bit smaller, sorry. Boy, what an annoying interface. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now you can see here below what synthesizer is playing. And I can change using the MIDI chan command, for example. Let's stop all the other sounds so this is a little bit clearer. So this is now every 4 cycles I'm sending a MIDI signal, randomizing 8 notes to MIDI channel 2. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a channel. So that's a really cool thing about Tidal, that you can use these operators, these plus or multiply or divide or all sorts of operators to actually modify the modifiers, so to speak. So now I can, you see this is playing channel 2 now, or my synthesizer number 2. I can move it to 4 by adding Resolved. I can move around my instruments quite swiftly. Let's push this a bit. And I can also, of course, use functions to do this. So I can have it run it's like this, but run 8. So something with the run function was not working, but you can see now I'm sending 8 random digits from 0 to 7, and then so my packages are now going to different synthesizers. And I can also have now. I can also use, this is kind of an interesting thing that I've been doing a lot recently, is to have, let's do this and this. Is that you can have, let's do this. You can have, Tidal Cycles has some granular synthesis functions, like chop, for example, is a simple one that worked for audio. That you can also make them work for MIDI, so that's a really interesting feature. So now I'm sort of chopping these packages into 16 parts, and I can also make a list out of this. And now we can add all this crazy stuff maybe. Dash to MIDI. And this is from a performance I did for Boiler Room. That's kind of the top lab streaming, and you can see this kind of crazy compositional approach. What happens when you combine synthesized music with this strange approach. Okay. You can also use scales. I just play this really quickly, and I think then I'll wrap up. And again, here we can have chop, and we can have more than one. And we can also use randomize, for example, in this case, for the note, so what index we're playing. And I think we'll keep it at this for now. Maybe Wouter, are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the analog hardware. That shit doesn't
okay,
work.
good
It's
stuff.
too old.
So
It's rusted.
we have a couple of minutes to do a switch, and we continue. Oops. Cheers. We master down.
Master down, yes.
Yeah. You have audio also?
Not really, no.
Okay.
I'm not an audio guy.
Okay. Connected to the switcher?
It should be, but let me have a
cool.
look. This cable was going somewhere, I just don't know where.
And I think 1 and 3 are connected. So if you switch to 3, that's over there.
Yes.
White one.
Yeah, should be fine. So hi, I'm Wouter. I code stuff mostly for the web because I think packaging things and then distributing them for different platforms sucks. I really love Hydra too. So what we're going to try is to mash Hydra into the 3D platform that I'm building using all kinds of open source stuff. So I made a little, doing this live, aren't we? So I made a little scene in my platform, which should be, where is it now? This one, the analog jam test. Let's see if it loads. Sure looks a little bit like what I thought it would be, but it's slow and maybe something's broken, because it's one of those days. I've had stuff break today as well, and I also have an alternative scene. No, it's loading actually. It seems to be doing fine. Let me just check if there's errors. There's no errors yet, but you know,
Impressive.
might get there at some point. Yeah, oh, it's loading these two models that are really big. Just want to have this on screen so you see what the models are that we're working with, because we won't be doing anything in this editor actually. Just want to show off a little. Give it a few more seconds. Gonna load some plastic chairs here. So yeah, we have some models in a space. This is actually a combination of a custom WordPress plugin with some Tree.js on top, using a modified version of the Tree.js editor that allows you to have some real-time interaction if somebody else also logs in. But we're not doing that today. I just wanted to say that we have all these models and we're going to reskin them with some Hydra. So let's do that. Of course, this is the editing environment, but we also have a little player to go with it, which should be somewhere here. Let me just remember where my things are. So here we have a player that supposedly will show the same things, but we'll leave that to its own merit while we do some other things. So here I have the actual code for the player thingy. And we want to create a new player that does specifically taking stuff from a canvas. You know that HTML has a canvas that does things, I hope. Also, I'll explain a little bit more. I see some heads nodding. I see some other people going, I'm not even going to nod to that. I'm like, of course we know this. If you don't, shout out now and I'll explain. So canvas can be used to generate whatever. It's with powers Hydra, basically. It's with powers Vue.js as well. And it will just draw your bitmap logic onto a plane in an HTML page. And because I want this to be very special and separate from the rest of the things, I am going to quickly create a little layout editor that will be a special new one. Wait, I don't even have to do that. These layouts are fine. I am going to add a new player, which we will call, I guess, Hydra player. That should be fine. And then we paste that into the scene thing. So this will be Hydra player. Guess I still can't spell for shit. Hydra player, actually. And then we rename this thing to be Hydra player. Do we need to do that? Can we just keep it the way it is? No, I do think we need to rename that to Hydra player screen. And now it will complain that there is no extra Hydra player screen object. So this is 3JS with some extra tasty stuff on top, in the form of React Free Fiber, which sort of combines the high-tech, super smart event management that React does with the super smart 3D Let's Talk Your graphics card that 3JS does, and it then gives you this semi-HTML-like look, which is, well, anybody ever done React? Show of hands. curve is steep and it sucks a little because it's made by Facebook, but it's truly open source. So yeah, just gotta trust me on this one. It's pretty cool. There's a React guy. That's right there towards the screen. Cool. One React guy. Nice. So why shouldn't we hate React?
Well, I mean, it's easier to update states, I guess.
Yeah, and that's what it's for. To update
For any
states.
reason.
Yeah, but that is a big problem. Like there's a few big problems in coding, and one of them is cache invalidation. The other one is state, I guess, and then the third one is off by one errors. Anyway, I was gonna add a Hydra thing. So here I have a thing that loops through check if there is models in my scene, and then it will load a model object, which is not an FBX, because we're not using those today. So it says make a primitive. No, wait, I am confused at what I'm looking at. Oh yeah, here's the VR model GLTF, and that's the thing that we're going to use today to add a little skinning using Canvas. So I'm going to look up that VR model GLTF, which I have put in a completely logical place somewhere else. Wait, I knew where that was, just forgot. But fortunately we can look that up quickly. Am I still talking to this mic? Maybe. So here in the components folder, where I thought I was, we have a canvas folder, I guess. I'm not seeing it, but supposedly it's there. So components, canvas. Okay, am I blind or am I just an idiot? Probably both.
Oh, there.
Yeah, there it is. It was just off screen. That's weird though. Oh yeah, I see now. Wow. Thanks, boss. That was silly. So we're copying this, and we're gonna call it, I guess, something with Hydra in it. So let's just go VR model GLTF Hydra, and then we'll rename that as well, and all these other stuffs. And that sort of takes you immediately into the crazy world of React development. There's just a lot of fucking boilerplate going on, so I have to rename all these things to be different than the thing that it was. But hey, that's coding for you. It looks really interesting, but half the time you're doing boring stuff. So here you see that it makes a little group and then just dumps the model in it using GLTF. Use GLTF, and now we're going to add some Hydra to it. But of course I haven't actually included Hydra anywhere. Oh, here's our scene, by the way. So here we have a little scene. Walk through it. The floor actually appears sometimes. So let's add a new material to our GLTF. And I forgot how to do that, so I'm just going to ask the stupid Google. Add a new material to a used GLTF model. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Great. Somebody already solved this for us. That is great. So here we are. Meetings after CSGF, blah 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 blah. We're not doing that. We're doing this. Okay, so we're doing it a little bit differently than I thought we would. I guess we have to add this one now. And we'll add this too. So the memo sort of is one of those great things that React does. Memo sort of looks at your data and then says, hey, as long as it doesn't change, I'll just keep it in there. And that's fine. So to just start off for now, I am going to fake it until we put the cool stuff in by saying, hey, just render that thing that we're using. And I think I have to put this here now. Wait, what's the GLTF loader in this context? Oh boy, I get to choose from 1,000 things. I guess I'm choosing that one. And then the URL should be this little part. Thank you for that. Guess people on the stream aren't hearing what I'm saying. Maybe that's better for them. Okay. Now why doesn't that return a material? Ooh. Wait, how old is that answer? It's only 4 years old. I think that should work, but apparently it doesn't agree with us. Why won't this return the materials? Because it should, but it doesn't. That's crazy. It's crazy to me. Yeah, I was focused so much on that hardware stack, but that didn't work. And now this is also a sort of lack of knowledge kind of thing. Did I import the right GLTF loader? Might be that. Let's take this one out and see if one of the other ones will solve a little problem here. There it is. Yay! That's the right one. Look, no more curlies. And now the material doesn't want a color, but I guess we can solve that, sort of. Wait. But it should. But that's interesting to me. What? GLTF 3JS material color. Let's change the color of GLTF object. No, that's not it at all. Color entries, create the elements, blah blah, build colors. I don't want to build colors, I just want to assign colors. This is stupid. Not the answer I want. Where can we assign color is or something? Yeah, so here we set a color. And do we have the material here? If I'm scrolling too fast, somebody should tell me, because I'm just going to keep going. I don't really know why they put this some material in there. No, that won't do either. You know what? I'm just going to turn this off and see if we can run it anyway. Let's see. So I created this new path, and that's there. And I have this new Hydra player, and that should include our new Hydra FBX kind of thingy there. So let's do that. And now it's saying we're not using it, and that makes me really sad, because it should. So let's use it. Okay. So now we have our Hydra object thing in there, but it's not on our web server yet. So let's do that. And I just added this whole bunch of stuff. Maybe I should try running it before uploading it, but you know. Live dangerously or die trying. Typing is still very hard. I've been doing it 25 years. I just can't sometimes. So our new little addition has been sent to our little server thingy. And now it will take a little while to build the new environment and then set that all up for us. It's not as live as it could be, but it's not completely static. So this is not the actual repository I'm looking for, because it needs to be the player, which is here. So here we have some actions, and one of them should be running. So that's happening. So somewhere in the virtual Microsoft land, the virtual server has been booted and it's now compiling this whole thing for us. And then we wait a little longer, and then once it comes here, it will send that to the server. And then we'll have a new thing. And right now we're in player, but I think I just made a Hydra player. So let's go there. Oh shit, and now we're gonna run into a thing probably.
Player build.
Error in my... Oh, that's not good. So, where did the build go wrong? Oh, it still wanted to do VR model GLTF somewhere. In the Hydra thing. Thanks, boss. That is
Maybe
indeed
the-
a minor detail,
the
and it
index.
already told us. So why won't it take this from there? Because it is there. That's interesting. Did we not declare it properly? Is it not exporting this? This looks like what I think that we typed in. Interesting today. So here's some more. But this one thinks, no, I don't want, I won't have it. Why won't it? No. I don't even see what I did wrong there, but how then? Okay, I'm just gonna commit this again because nothing changed. But I guess something is different. Well, I guess we're doing this. Let's wait for it to happen again. So it's restarting that whole virtual thing and doing all that, and then I also had another thing that I wanted to fix, because it's still gonna fill, I think, because we needed to add a little extra root for this. That needs to be called Hydra Player. I don't know, sometimes you want to just cheat and do your work beforehand, but I wanted to do this live again, so I guess you have to go and be stuck with my horrible mistakes. Like not adding the public folder that just included this change that we had. So I'm going to add that, and then we're going to push it some more. This didn't fill yet, but hey, let's see what happens. We can actually kill this one now because it's going to not do what we want anyway. We can keep this one because that will do the thing. And what I actually wanted to do, because time is ticking away anyway, so let's fill it up a little, was to use this whole analog stack to have like some VGA cables and some HDMI cables, and then we plug into that. We grab that through NDI in Hydra, and then push that onto the 3D object, so you could at least have a little live thing going on. But I had some war with the libNDI because it's semi-open, so you have to compile shit yourselves, and then it didn't pull through in time. I'm sorry about that, but we'll try again in a month. Actually,
You put it really hard.
yeah, but then Nikki wants to see the analog stuff anyway, so I had to bring it back anyway.
Yes.
So this is all very planned, I guess. Okay, but it hasn't killed itself yet, so that's good. Let's see. It's still working. I really should consider giving Microsoft some money to do this faster, but I don't even want to. Yeah. But I think it's doing fine right now, so at least we can now have a Hydra player maybe. Oh! At least we got that color thing that we tried to do, it won't have it. Oh, it's weird. Well, just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna try and do this again. see if all the models will now at least be half transparent. And in the meantime, we'll add a little Hydra thing somewhere. Is there actually a node package version of Hydra? Does anybody
Do you know?
I think there is.
Oh, then let's go wild and try it. I'm just gonna add it to the thing now. Da-da-da-da-da. Yarn add Hydra, if it exists.
I'm not sure if it's called Hydra. Maybe it's
No,
called
neither am
Hydra.
I.
think it might be Hydra Sync.
Oh, that could be.
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
Hydra dash synth, I think.
Hydra dash it.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it already said that it won't do it because I was still on an old version of Node. So, Boris and Tom, Hydra dash synth?
Dash synth, yeah.
Dash sync.
Cool.
Exactly.
There we go. Cool. It's rolling. It's rolling some more. Oh, that looks like it did it. So now I should be able to tell this to have... Wait, where do we do this? So I can put it on the model itself and then we'll have the same Hydra patch on every model. Or I could put it on the level of the scene and still have the same thing everywhere. It's gonna be fine. I'll do it here because at least then we'll be in the space where the models are, and then we just start with one specific Hydra scene, I guess. Maybe I should read some documentation on this, but nah. Why would you do that? Could I just do it like this? Why is it saying this doesn't exist? Well, we're finding out a lot of things today, so I guess we have to ask Google some more things. Hydra scene. Okay. Node.
And then
Okay, getting closer. Now I hope Olivia also added some easy starters for this. Okay, so it's Hydra capital G to start with. I'm not sure why I won't recognize the package. That's a bit...
Oh, it's declaring, but value never read, so it actually works, but you just have to use it.
Yes, but why is it underlying this part then? That's sort of what's freaking me out. Anyway, we're just gonna try and add a Hydra. Steal some code. Add the OSC so we have something. Wait, why don't I have OSC? Because I don't.
Yes, that.
I have to add a little
Yes,
dot
sir.
here, don't I?
That's some.
Huh?
Oh no, it's some from there. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm like, but I didn't tell it to do sound. It's just an
Cool.
oscillator. Is this okay? Guess this is okay. Should be. Wait, that's weird.
Oh,
Uh,
you can create a canvas and then map it to that canvas. If you don't define a canvas, it will
Yeah?
create its own canvas.
Yeah, that's what I want. And then I'm
Okay.
just gonna have a little look how it calls that canvas, and then we're gonna take that, and we should be fine.
Okay.
And I'm probably gonna be surprised by what it does, but you know, we're doing this live, right? We're all finding out things. Let's see. So I'm gonna add this code again, and use my little GitHub machine to get it out there. No, I don't want public access. All the things. Wait, I'm confused now. Where's my commit? Yeah, there it is. How are we on time?
8.
8. So we still have some time left,
Yeah.
right? Okay, then I'm gonna keep going a little longer. I'm going back to the machine that does all the deploying.
Plus, maybe can we show a little bit of 5 minutes of Hydra a little bit better than we did before on the when Wouter is finished
Yeah, on.
Yeah?
and Flock. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. On there.
What's flock again?
You can also load
Flock
in
is the collaborative
thing.
Hydra thingy.
The thing we just saw, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. In the meantime, this should have updated with a version that doesn't. Oh, now what is it complaining about? It also doesn't want to set the opacity. Well, my answers are not good today. guess we need to have a little look what those materials actually contain, maybe?
My machine. It's exactly like
This is coming from our stuff. Is it
what?
me?
No, I think it should be
Is that
coming
you?
from here, but it seems it is.
Because they're not connected to the mixer.
I am, but my volume is down. So maybe 7/8, channel 7/8, put it down. Yeah.
That's the one.
Which are those?
I know what it is. That's done. Yes.
Oh, job didn't even complete. That's so sad.
Yeah.
Why is it complaining today? Oh. So I like using TypeScript, which is really nice because it'll tell you when your data structures fucked up and don't match what you're actually expecting them to be, but it will also fuck you over if you don't actually have the data types for certain modules you installed, like Hydra. So I have to go and try and find if somebody built those for us, else we might be shit out of luck. Or you can watch me write boring TypeScript definitions, which is also very, yeah, it's sure is a thing. Okay, this does not look
No, just the volume.
Uh,
I'll play some background music. It's also like good. Wait. Should be coming up. Yeah.
How do we do that in Yarn again? Add types. That is not what I was looking for.
Spikes?
Almost.
Okay, leave it there. Ah, it's coming out of here. That's what's happening. Put it down then. It was a wrong. Yeah, it was going on a different. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I found something that I should have checked earlier. Because there's no types for Hydra, so I can't really include them in my TypeScript stuff. Can I present you with a rain check?
Okay. Well, this is also live coding is in the live coding manifesto. It's written that this is also about trying things and breaking things. So we certainly try.
Well, it certainly broke my stuff. So there is that. I'm gonna try a little longer, but I'm not gonna bore you with trying to write these.
So maybe
types
Bas,
by hand.
we can show you a little bit of Hydra. That I think it's also because this is more complex and also not to spook people. Maybe we can switch to Flock, and maybe we can show you both of us together a little bit what Hydra does. He was trying to integrate Hydra into this 3D environment, which is a big challenge, and didn't work today, but it will work next time.
Next time, you got me. This time I turned up, right?
It's this is it's about a process. So yeah, of
You
course.
want this one? Or do I
Yes.
give it to Bas, or what do we do?
Either way, yeah. Thank you,
There you
man.
go, man. And thank you for a great event.
Okay.
And thank you for your patience. It was something.
Okay, we do. Hey, hello. Okay, a short, pretty short run through of Hydra. In this case, we're doing this through Flock, but you can always go to hydra.ojab.xyz. That's Olivia's page, and here you can find a bunch of examples with this kind of randomizer. These are pre-existing examples that different users sent There are some of my examples here. If I get lucky, I'll see one of mine. I just passed one, yeah. Okay, maybe there's another one. This one, for example. I think I sent 3. I think there's an interesting one that's audio reactive. This one. So this should respond to sound. Okay, here we go. Hey! So here you can just go in and basically change things, and this will respond immediately. So now I changed all the boxes to all the squares to circles. Okay, this is just an example, but maybe let's hash this or even close the window, and let's go to Flock. And this is basically the same environment, but now running in this collaborative page, so that I can work together here with Buzz. So we have originally an oscillator. Maybe I can quickly show what this does. Like if we have an oscillator, for example, that just does maybe oscillator 4, like a low figure, and output.
Is it possible to make the text a bit bigger?
Sorry? The text a bit bigger, yes, that's a good one. Yes, that's better. And so basically, like I mentioned before, a bit like a modular synthesizer, you can, for example, modulate this signal with another signal. So we could use maybe noise to modulate this, for example. So we have a low noise value. So now you can see that the oscillator that we had originally, now you can see that it's kind of textured by this noise. If I give it a larger number, it will be a bit more obvious. So now you can see, and then if you have maybe larger value here, like this, yes. And now, there we go. So if I have a bit larger value here, this is maybe a little bit more obvious. And of course, if I change this function, for example, for another oscillator, you'll see one oscillator modulating another oscillator, something like that. Maybe we can show the render and different, and then we can have like different. So there's a render function that shows you what all the outputs are doing. There are by default several outputs, so we could have this in one output, and Buzz's sketch in output 0, for example, and then we can have kind of a mixing output. Let's use maybe output 3. So then we can use that as a kind of a mixing console. So we start with black, with this is 0. This is like a solid color. So if I give this like an RGB values here, they're normalized, so from 0 to 1, and if we set output 3, so now you see we have a red color down here. If I give this argument no information, then it uses 0 as default. So now in this black canvas we can start adding our sources. So there's a source function that we can use. We can do a lot with these source functions, and I wish there was more time to go a bit deeper into this. But okay, for now let's just have output 1 and ambulance or pops, not sure. Source O2, so sorry, O0. There we go. So now you see that both output 0 and output 1 are being added here, and we can change the blending mode. So I can have Buzz's oscillator multiply mine, or have difference, for example. So we can have this subtractive synthesis here. So all the pixels that are 1 here are going to be 0 here, according to, maybe let's change the direction of this oscillator. -1, so this maybe -0.1. And we can also add color, for example, to these oscillators. It's also normalized. No color. And of course, this is the modulating. Let's do this, and let's do it here. So slower and the opposite direction. Sorry, faster in the opposite direction. And then we can add color also if we want. And we can saturate this color. And you can see that these two oscillators are kind of modulating each other. Something else that we can show quickly, Bas? What do you think? In the phone, it's not so easy. Eh?
It's a bit harder, but yeah, we could show maybe some more cool feedback stuff.
Yeah, maybe feedback could be nice. Maybe we could also show modulate, maybe scale or something like that. Modulate scale, so we can have modulate, modulate scale. And use maybe now the noise to, like, let's say Photoshop. Everything up to this point is now modulated by this new function that I added. So that's something, and then let's show some feedback. So we can also use the sources to create feedback. So I could send this output 1 back to itself. Of course, when I send it like this, nothing is happening because the values are the same. But if I slightly scale this, for example, 1.03 or something, maybe a little bit bigger, 1.1. This is so much. Okay, let's send the output 3. Okay, there we go. So now you see I'm sending output 3 back to output 1, and then from output 1 is going back to output 3. So we have this feedback going on. You can have more. Maybe this is easier to visualize with a shape. Let's have maybe output 2. O2. O2. And then here, let's have a shape. So you can also add shapes, for example. Here, let's have a square, or just a simple square. Let's modulate this. Okay, so now that our shape is modulating with this oscillator. I think this should be easier to visualize the feedback. There we go. Here, I think it's because there we go. And now let's have O2. Yeah, slowly. There we go. So now you can see that without the feedback, you can see the shape cuts sharply from white to black, and then when I there's something.
Okay, try again.
Yeah, there we go. So now you can see this halo, and of course you can layer this and have another level of feedback here, and you can also make these shapes diffuse, for example. 0.2 and 0.8, for example. And then we can also play with this diffusion a little bit, and we can also, if we want it, because this is, let's say, smaller, because now we have a black and white kind of situation going on here. We could also use, if we use multiply here, then we can, all the white pixels will be multiplied, or all pixels with some information will be multiplied by something. So let's use, for example, source 03 that has color. And so now you see the source is going through this kind of prism that we created with feedback. And we can also, of course, modulate this. Something like this. Maybe I'm missing something, Bas. Shall I give you the microphone?
No, I think you're good.
Cool. Then maybe we can just continue playing with this, but also have a bit of a break. And what's time? 1:15. Maybe in 15 minutes or so we can try to start a quick jam. If everybody wants to join us, of course, raise a hand. And if you have your laptop, and otherwise, feel free to borrow our machines. Yeah. Should we do that?
Anyone have any experience with Hydra?
I played with this.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Also music? Love coding?
Music not a lot. I tried it out.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to grasp the syntax.
Cool. But you do Hydra. And
Yeah.
yeah. Something else? Another environment that you use?
Well, generally I'm from a web background, so I'm currently learning P5 and all the the whole nature of code tutorial series.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
It's Dan Schiffman's channel. He's
yeah.
a hero of everybody that
Indeed.
ever touched processing and
Yeah,
P5.
and I'm learning all the JavaScript animation libraries and QGIS. I'm trying to pick it up also.
Super cool.
Nice.
Well, of course, feel free to join us. And anyone else, if you feel like it, even if you've never done this before, feel free to just raise a hand, sit with us. We can also sit next to you and answer questions. This is also the goal today. And if you're interested in finding your own way, because you see, we also use different environments. If you search in Google awesome live coding, you will find this TopLab GitHub page that has, I think, all, or it's quite updated, all or most of the live coding environments that there are. And you can see there are a lot of them, and some of them are more video or visually visual based, let's say, and some are more dedicated to sound. I actually wanted to show, often Timo joins us here, Timo Hochland, and he created his own environment for music making and sound design using code. It's called Mercury, and it's quite cool, and this is also simpler, I think, and you can use it straight from the browser. So this has now the wrong output, so no, it's my computer.
Oh, okay.
But if I change it, it's going to compromise other stuff. It's going to compromise Super Collider, so I'll leave it like this. But this is something also really worth trying and really cool. I think if I reload, this is another page. Okay, anyways. As you see, there are many different environments, and I can recommend you guys check which one works best for you. This one is called Orca, and this is something I did for an installation, and it uses ASCII characters as functions. So maybe in the jam I can also maybe try to use a little bit of this and that. But sorry,
It's the same, no? It should be on it, no?
it should be on it, but it
I
doesn't
think
sound
when
like
you
it's on.
move this one, buff.
No, but it should be this here. Huh?
Which one?
No, I think when you move this computer,
It's here.
that.
Yeah. So this is basically just showing the MIDI packets as they were received in Reaper. I'm gonna skip forward with this activity. So basically, what I was doing here is I was literally capturing this screen. It's not this nodes, of course, but basically I was capturing the screen as it was running in OBS and have an overlay with me coding in real time this very slow piece in Orca, and this is like you see 1 hour 40 minutes. So this was an installation. So I wanted to make sure that people that were in the space, even if they stay longer, they didn't hear a repetition. So well, this is kind of an overview. Let's have this break, and then we have a jam. Cool. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Nice.
Maybe this is playing, and go back here. Okay. And this, I think, if I OBS.
I think we'll have a break.
Also,
Wi-Fi network.
Yeah, there's V2 Lab, and then
Let me start the.
that one,
Yeah. But his password.
and then the password is end-of-file.
And dash.
Oh, yeah, end, as in einde.
Oh, and
A and A, and then dash,
dash.
of, als in OF, of future,
OT.
OF.
Oh,
Oh, and with
file.
Second. Ah, yeah, here.
And now you have the Wi-Fi.
Hooray!
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Also,
We will also take all your data.
sick.
No, no,
I love
no.
it.
yes, yes, come, come.
Sick dat je hier
You know where it is?
ook bij een live sessie nog even van het werk
Ja,
programmeren.
ik had bedacht hoe het zou moeten werken en dan loop je tegen praktische dingen aan. Als jij maar niemand met een Duitsschrift shit voor je gemaakt.
Nee, ja, ik ken het een beetje, dus het is wel respect. Het is wel, oh shit, ik vind het wel vet dat je het gewoon aandurft.
Ik had gedacht dat het me zou lukken, maar het duurde iets langer en dan dat er gewoon, oh sorry, maar die werd gewoon niet zo leuk, want hij is nu ook weer aan het zeggen dat de export is wel echt iets arbeidspraat,
Maar ook gewoon een soort
hij vindt het
high
nog
drive
niet.
high drive voor het staan. Dat is ook altijd een beetje tricky.
Nee, ik loop nu hier stuk, dat hij uiteindelijk toch weer zegt, nee, Hydra is niet exporten.
Dat is niet van.
Hier is de Hydra player, dus hij zou hierin. Je kan ook zo doen. Oh ja, dat is niet deze. Dit zou het worden.
Hij wordt dus hier, maar
Hij complaint niet. Het is super bizar. Ik zie ook dat ik niet de laatste versie heb gezet. Dat ik nog vast heb. Oké, hier wilde we een uitdraadje maken.
Ja, volgens mij.
Misschien mag ik deze
This is understandable at all?
Yes,
It's not that. Yeah, maar het is niet in het
Actually, it came up with some
Zo acteert het echt niet. Nu ben ik gewoon iets aan de website.
You can, I'll show you. I'll show you.
Ja, ik heb ook wat
Dat is zo,
You know, in glitch, in glitch you can do
een soort van op de achtergrond de canvas.
let me see if I find this thing.
Dan bepaalde
First I need to
canvas, maar misschien dat probeer je sowieso maar volgens mij kan je wel. Dit is de.
Possibly, I actually did this.
Hier kan je.
Ik zou hier al een het volgende probleem waar we tegenaan zouden lopen
Find
is
it. Okay, I think I have it on another browser.
Ja, precies. Dus misschien is het wel, misschien is het wel beter om is niet die laatste canvas te gebruiken dat Hydra het zelf managt.
Glitch project. This one.
Here,
I did.
Nee, maar het is ook
This is what you were talking about. Yeah. So this is the one. You can really easily link labels.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, yeah, also with the 3D space of schematic, instead of scrolling, like, I use the one
And of course, in the web page, you can have like sliders, change buttons. Yes.
I was doing details like you said,
It's doable. Yeah, this is just some tests that I did with one of the examples that's actually on the Hydra page. Right after oscillator and these changes. So it's just a quick test, you know. But it works. I still want to do kind of a ongoing project that is not there yet. But we close Chrome machine always to the limit. Okay, let's do this running.
And I use it
manier door die door een soort van wel zo op die manier te
and it's the same like then for somewhere so connect
dit is wel beter, want dan heb je gewoon een object.
now I'm I use like the lights
separation of concerns hier zo zijn, maar het is
Backend guy.
bit more.
I started a lot with this
Wel eens gewerkt
and now
React
I'm
Codebase, maar dan heb ik wel
maar doe je dan ook
It's like the right color. Ja, soort van, ik heb genomen bij die wel
lekker lokaal.
Ja,
ik heb ook een paar projecten. Het is wel heel chill, maar het is ook wel ze zijn wel standaard. Ik doe het ook wel vaak. Wat ik meestal doe als ik echt mijn eigen Python were thinking that I wrote it in Python and Flash. Makkelijke manier van plain JavaScript en CSS. Vanilla ook gewoon I work a lot to read programming you are saving. Yeah, and this is the linear part. Then I will relax and make something like that. So I use it is van de HTML editor.
Dan werkt het gewoon.
Ken jij extension template?
Ja, awesome.
Ik heb dat laatst ja, precies. Ja, ik heb dat laatst ontdekt. Ja, een paar weken geleden. Ik ben nu gewoon allemaal functies aan het doen samenstaan, websites en zo. Echt, voor werk. Gewoon websites die ik veel gebruik voor werk. Gewoon dan de functionaliteit hebben. Gewoon een paar knopjes. Ik heb bijvoorbeeld voor werk een pagina waar je dan je meestal voor de keer lekker kan. Maar ik ben de fiets altijd. Maar het zijn hier, I use it without friend of auto media. Ja, precies. Dat soort dingen wordt zijn.
Maar wat ik
classic de domme aanpassing.
No, sometimes I feel like I'm in a mood, but most of the time I'm just relocating and figure out fucking and did you say something
because I'm gonna leave for Italy like a couple
This, but because this were like
ik begeleid deze mensen hier.
I need to take this in.
Begeleiding dit man Redlands en ik zorg dat
The stream is not
weet wat ik liet zien. Er is nog een soort van, zij zijn bezig met 7 collaboratieve En mijn buffers, ik hou van kan daar een rol in spelen. Je hebt een beeld, je hebt Unity, maar dat was je of en dan diep gaan 3GS.
Is it the design?
We always use the hardwire.
Waarbij ik dan aanspraak gemaakt heb op digitaal die hebben elk half jaar
Open lab.
kan ik daar dan in sparen, daarvan kan ik dan een release maken.
Now I can understand way more direct way more what you would expect.
Dat dan allemaal opgeleid kan maken, kan ik ook
So yeah, I just show the
Dus dan eigenlijk niet voor subsidie.
dit is een startsubsidie, dus dan kan je beginnen met het opzetten van een project. Checken of het überhaupt vatbaar is, maar ik heb maar eens een goede feedback gekregen.
Ik heb ook wel eens geprobeerd om daarvoor.
Honestly, I kind of appreciate that. It's actually kind of funny. You're the second person in my life that actually started talking about this. I used to work with this guy. It was like it's actually sort of the opposite of you. So it's actually just this like a programmer guy who actually worked with like big pads. Really hardcore in this. And he always have Easter eggs about free software and then literature stuff. And that comes up now. Yeah, this is nice. I want this language to come up here. No.
Maybe if I do this.
I was going to say, because channel 2, no, you want to use channel 1 all the time, and channel 2 only when there are questions.
All about these things about
So I should have said this before.
society.
guys don't need to go from scratch. Yeah, then I leave this thing running for 10 minutes. I'm not an orthodox person, so. control keys are the control keys are like Macintosh. I swap them. So you need a browser and you don't have a screen. And let me stop. Here's the empty. Sorry, you can disconnect. Yes. It should open. Wait. Am I? You need a browser, and I need to. I need to. Sorry, I need to stop this. Maybe I can record you also because we don't have like a picture. So stop this. No, it's too late. We tried before, but it was studies. Let me just capture you and record you here. And let's say. Yeah, it's working immediately. Whatever. Okay. I record you, and then because we don't have a screen, so we can post it later. This is yours. Maybe the mini chat is here. Actually, because my browser is not going to right now. It's really fucked up everything. Control Alt Control Windows. Yeah. Well, because when I swap from Mac to PC, then I don't need to. Yeah. You got it? Let me know when you're ready, or just send me something. Bye.